Hi, in today's video I will be demonstrating one of the ways in which I practice self-care. I practice this routine multiple times per week, probably about 3 times per week, and it really helps me out in very many ways. I hope you find it useful and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. So here's the coffee that I made. I just use regular coffee, caffeinated. I find that the caffeine is stimulating, so depending on what time of day it is, I'll make it stronger or weaker. I double filter this coffee because coffee is processed with conveyor belts that have asbestos fibers that come along with the coffee. So when you're drinking coffee, oftentimes, or if you're eating sugar, oftentimes you're getting asbestos fibers in with your coffee. So you can filter that out by double filtering, just putting 2 coffee filters in when you make the coffee. And on top of that, I use a drop of Lugol's iodine. I only use 1 drop in here because this stuff is super uber duper strong, and I use 1 drop because it kills the molds that are in the coffee. Coffee also comes with molds, and this stuff also kills unwanted pathogens that are going to be living in the colon prior to doing this enema. So I'm just going to pour the coffee, and it's not going to really be like a ton of coffee. It's only going to be maybe about a cup, and you might be able to tell that it's really hot right now. Obviously I'm going to wait until it cools down before I apply it, and then I'm just going to screw this part. I'm doing over the sink because I have to do 2 things. First, I have to hang it up high, and I have to hold the spout up higher than the bag, and then I'm just gonna want to just get it to come out like that, but not so messy. The end of it will reach down just about at hip level. You don't want it to be too tall because you might not be able to reach it, and you obviously don't want it to be too short or the water won't flow through. So now for the moment of truth. This is the time to apply the enema. So you want to have a nice surface to lay down on, okay? Like a really nice, comfortable surface, not some place where you're going to be cramped at all. You want to be really comfortable when you do this. And you want to lay all the way down flat, and you got your little insertion, little spout here, and you're going to just apply some oil or some lubricant. You can also use glycerin. I'm just using some cooking oil. You can use olive oil, coconut oil, anything that you want to lubricate the area, and you're just gonna pop it on in, and you're gonna release the water with this little spout, this little valvey thing, and you're just gonna relax. And you can also apply this while laying on your back as well. If you prefer, you can do your side or your back. The reason the right side is nice to lay on is because the colon starts on the left side. So when you put the fluid in, it crosses over, and it reaches all the way over into the right side. And that's what you want. You want whatever fluid you're using. If you're using water or coffee, you want it to go all the way across your transverse and down into your ascending colon. So if you're having trouble with the water wanting to come out right away, and you just want a technique of how to hold it in, then you can lift your hips like this and just hold your butt cheeks together like this, and that'll keep the water from coming out. And when the water goes back in, normally it'll just stay like that for a while, and because you're training your colon to not be so reactive, you're actually sort of dampening your colon and watering it down a bit so that it's less reactive. And what coffee does, coffee stimulates the liver. So you're actually increasing the activity of the liver, and you're decreasing the activity of the colon, which is a very helpful thing for your detoxing and for your digestion. So yeah, you're just gonna lay and just hold it. you know, as long as it's comfortable, because the main thing is that it feels good, right? It has to be comfortable, it has to be feeling good. If you're uncomfortable at all, or you need to release it, by all means release it. You know, don't try to hang on if it's not comfortable. There have been moments in my life where I haven't done this for a while, where I'll have to like insert some fluid just to get things going, and then I'll release that fluid right away, and then I'll come back. Especially with coffee, like I'll put water in and then just release the water right away, and then come back and put the coffee in and hold the coffee for 20 minutes, because I want to get that liver stimulated. That's the whole point of doing with coffee. But if you're just using water, and water is a great place to start. You can use, you know, as much water for as long or as little as you want, as many times. It doesn't matter. It's all good. With coffee, you can do up to 4 coffee enemas per day, 4 hours apart. If you're ill, it's amazingly effective at killing pain, and it also will increase your energy, your stamina. So coffee enemas are really they're just good, whether you're ill or not. You'll feel better, especially if you do them like 2 a day, like 4 hours apart, something like that. So that's how you get the fluid in. That was my enema video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'm just going to share with you the reasons that I made this video. Mainly it's because I remember back before I started doing enemas, which has been maybe 10, 15 years now. It's been a while. But I just remember procrastinating because it just felt like it was going to be so much effort and work, and you would have to create a special space for it, and you know, how could it be comfortable? And I felt like I had to use it, you know, do it in the bathroom, which you don't have to do it in the bathroom. I usually do this laying on the bed. So you know, obviously you need the bathroom at some point, but like you don't have to do the actual procedure in the bathroom. So I just wanted to share that with you, because I can't think of anything that has helped my health more profoundly than doing enemas, especially coffee enemas. Because like I said, it stimulates glutathione, and it's just, glutathione is the #1 antioxidant that your body uses. And there's a lot of processes that your body goes through all day as you're being bombarded with toxic chemicals and stuff that is using up your glutathione. And glutathione is not easy to supplement either. So doing this is a way of stimulating your glutathione naturally, not having to take a supplement, because the supplements actually break down into their separate components as soon as you take them, because your body needs all the stuff that's in the glutathione. So it just kind of like separates it like that, so you're not really getting glutathione necessarily. So, and as far as like you know, just overall well-being, peace of mind, you know, abdominal comfort, digestion, it's just helpful in every way. So once you complete an enema, you have to replenish some of those biotics that you washed out, because that is one of the reasons that you only want to do this a few times a day at the very most, and only if you are ill. I would say 2 or 3 times is cool. You know, if you were doing it like 4 or 5 times or something, you would probably really wash out your bio, you know, your microbiome that's in your colon. So you want to recolonize that immediately after you do this. So you want to take a probiotic supplement, or have some yogurt, or you could have some sauerkraut, something fermented, as well as, because you know, this is just the culture, this is just the bacteria, and this bacteria needs something to eat, because you just washed everything out, so there's nothing in there for it to eat now, so you have to put something in. One of my favorite prebiotics is burdock root, which feeds your probiotics. The prebiotics feed the probiotics. Any vegetable is a prebiotic, any fruit is a prebiotic. Okay, and also dairy products as well. So you can have a glass of milk, or you could have one of my absolute favorite things to have after doing the coffee enema, a nice banana with some potassium, and yeah, you know, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.